Cornelius Stripling, Senior Chief, United States Navy. We went back to Florida, and we didn't start, let's see, that was around Easter time, and then we went on to Kennedy starting in about June. Yeah, started in June. We went to the Kennedy, which you'd pack up the whole squadron, and we had to move the whole squadron to Norfolk and put it on the Kennedy. It's really, really complex. Everything that you have, you got to put in these what they call cruise boxes. And we had, our shop I know had at least 25, 30 of them. And each shop had their own stuff. And all of the essential stuff you needed, all your tools, yeah, everything you needed had to go in these boxes, and then they would ship them up to Norfolk. They'd put them in a truck and take them up to Norfolk. And then they would fly us up on an airlift, and we would get there, you know, like a couple of days before the airplanes come. And we get everything on the ship, and then the airplanes would show up. Sometimes they would lift them aboard ship, and sometimes they would fly. But usually when you're going out for the first time, they just want to put them all on the air, on the ship, so they hoist them all aboard, which is it's a thing to behold, watching these airplanes being lifted up with a big crane and sit on the deck. But it's going to be my home for the next, let's see, we did workups, and I think we were done with them like mid-August, so we got to go back for a couple of weeks, and then we went back and went on a North Atlantic cruise. So it was, it's a lot to move, and you're going, we're only going back for a couple of weeks, but hey, you got to take it all with you. But we started out, and our first port of call was Scotland, Edinburgh, which is a beautiful place if you've never been there. And the funny part about it was, we pulled in that morning, and they had been having a drought in Scotland. The Kennedy pulled in, I think it was a Saturday morning. We pulled in and we looked out, and we anchored out, and there's a lighthouse not too far away from the ship, and you go, oh, this is beautiful. Last time we seen that, because fog and rain came in the rest of the time we were there. And then we went from Scotland to England, England, pulled into Portsmouth, which is another nice little town. And had some friends of mine from my squadron wanted to go to Stonehenge, so we took a trip to Salisbury and went the train trip. Just get on a train and go, and took the bus out to Stonehenge, seen it, had dinner, and come back to the ship. Then we got to go to, after that, we went to Germany, I think. Yeah, Germany. And that was a little different, because you get to Germany, and one of the cars I always liked was a Mercedes. And I get off the ship and we walk out, and Mercedes are taking taxi cabs. Go, oh, wait a minute, that's the Mercedes, but no, it's taxi cab. Okay, that's beside the point. But yeah, that was when I was introduced to a sardine pizza in Germany. Well, I thought I could speak enough, just enough to give her the number, and it was the wrong one. That was a lot of fun. But then we went to France, which I got to do something really, something that they always told us that we were, ambassadors from America. We got to go to a certain number of crew members were picked to go to the mayor's stand-up luncheon, which was, we got to meet all of the town officials and stuff like that, and some great champagne. And they just, they could speak some English, and a lot of us, and I had a friend of mine, he was there he took French in high school, and he's going, I don't understand a word they're saying. I said, well, that's always the way, You learn probably the correct pronunciations, and then they got, each proverbs, they speak different things, so yeah, I can understand why you didn't. why he didn't understand it. But it was that was a really unique experience because the Kennedy was, it would go everywhere because, so we pulled into some ports other people had never been in before. That was the last port we were on the North Atlantic cruise, and then we came back to the States, and I went to micro miniature repair school, and went from working on the flight deck to working in a shop down below, repairing printed circuit cards and removing and replacing components and stuff like that.